what a sad business. A delicate child snatched from his home by a demon. The unbearable anguish of his poor father. Oh, flesh of my flesh, my own blood, my only son. A cursed castle standing in a hostile country, inhabited by a dreadful demon who's the incarnation of all evil. But all is not lost. Because two outstanding heroes will try their luck.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Goblins. That's right, we're playing Goblins with two eyes. I tried to say it that way. It's Goblins 2. Goblins with two eyes. Welcome to my playthrough. The Prince Buffoon. That's right, we need to save the prince. And we have two goblins to do it. Last time it was 3, this time it was 2. This is a much more advanced game. We have two guys. We have Fingers and Winkle. Now, you can move both at once this time, which is so much better. So there are a lot of differences if you've played the first one or you watched me play the first one. You have to be careful in this one, because if you give the wrong item to the wrong person, that can be a problem. But you see, we have game management. Lets us save it whenever we want. It's fantastic. The ability to save is great. There are jokers which give you hints, but I can't remember how you get them. I don't think I ever worked it out, to be honest. We have a notepad, so we can make notes. Always handy. We have the inventory, which is great. We have the ability to swap items between the two goblins. But we do have to be careful, because one of them can cause problems if you give them the wrong item. I said that just now, but you've got to be careful. And then we've got options. We have got movement. Now, this is one of the biggest differences, because this here is very much like the centre or the courtyard. We also have the fountain. Yeah, I'm not sure what this one's called, honestly. It's something like that. And then we've got the fountain, and we have the giant. Now, these are specifically places that we can go to now. Yeah, the fountain is this way. We walk off that way. And the giant is that way. Essentially, we are trying to save the king. We are trying to save the prince. And in order to do that, we need to find out how to progress. Now, as you can see, there's a bottle on this screen. And there's a sausage. They are going to be very important to us. There's flowers that are going to help. But in a minute. We have to try and get the bottle. Now, a lot of these items work differently for each of the two goblins. So you have to try and work out which one is which. Okay, so you see, that tells me I've got the order wrong. Because he did not know what to do with regards with the button. Whereas he will just push it. See that? So sometimes one item will not work with one of them, and will only work with the other. And then you always have to make sure it's the goblin that's facing the screen is inactive. The one that's standing to the side is the one that you currently have control of. Will not give me the ball.
We'll have to distract the attention of these two poor old toadstools.
So we have to distract them. So I think, if I remember rightly, you'd grab the sausage. See, that's weird because they didn't laugh. I'm sure that I can't send the other one up there. No, he definitely doesn't understand it. Maybe you just take the sausage from down here. Yes, there we go. Okay. I know I had to distract him. Couldn't honestly remember exactly what it was. But now you see we have the bottle. If I right click, it gets rid of that. And puts it in my inventory. There you go. So we can hold more than one thing at a time, which is great. And now we're going to go to the fountain. There we go, the fountain. Now, what we're holding in our hands is a magical bottle. What we need to do is we need to fill it with water. However, once it's filled with water, it will remain filled. He didn't do it. I've got to swap him around. I did it the wrong way. Oh, he's red. He doesn't want to touch. There you go. We now have a full bottle of water. Now, I have to then make him specifically use the bottle. If I got the other guy to do it, he wouldn't do this. This one is a little bit more harsh in that way, and you find that out throughout the game. So we need to pick up this stone. It's going to be quite important within this level. We're going to use it straight away. I want to try and do as much as I can on the screen, so we don't have to necessarily come back. And that will involve... in fact, what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to knock on the door. Right.
Can I help you?
Noble Wizard, please let me speak to you.
Oh, sorry, I've no time.
Right, so we have to make him make time. He has plenty of time. Oh, actually, is this not selecting? Oh, there it is. There it is. Is that it? Hold on. Yep. Okay. Oh, it's too far away. I forgot. Okay, we're getting closer. So the way this ladder works is he will keep letting it go until the first time you actually walk over it. Then it stays there. There you go. Now we go down the chimney. Let us in.
Such persistence. All right, you can
There we go.
come in.
See, this level's pretty good. I love the kind of formation of it, because even if you ignore the very first level where you get the
Hey,
bottle,
little goblins, what do you want?
this is it. Then pretty much starts from here and just works across.
Great wizard, your fellow wizard from Middle Earth has sent us. We must find King Angulafra's son, who was kidnapped by a demon.
I know about this. It's the ghastly ammoniac who is holding the child. This demon has ousted our good king and reigns in his place.
Oh,
and it just okay.
Your
I thought it
advice
was
is
going to carry
most
on its own.
precious, noble wizard. Where must we go?
Leave the village and go to the castle. Beware, a giant is blocking the road.
And he's fallen asleep. Yeah, so that's the game. That's what we have to do. We have to now get past the giant. Now, the giant just wants some breakfast, so we have to try and sort him out. So the first thing we need to do is obtain ourselves something that is in the mouth of this animal. Okay. Ugh, that was the wrong way around. There we go. So we've got to swap these over. Nope, not you. And you see, that's the thing. That's the whole point, pretty much, of this. You have to have the right one doing the right thing. Otherwise, it can cause problems. There we go. Got it. We got matches. So we're going to light this. And it is funny, because there are certain things in this game that if you do them, they will break, fully break. You have to, the game cannot be carried on. So you have to always make sure you do the right thing just in case. Aha, look what we have here. So we're going to blow that out because he can't get it. And it took me a while to realise you just blow the fire out. It was stupid. And now we have it. But we're going to swap it over. Because this one needs to use the stone. The other one just hits himself on the head most of the time. You go wind that up. The good thing about this as well, compared to the first one, is there's no life. The fact that you constantly lose little bits of life here and there in the first one is just annoying. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. That's an example. We would have lost some life for that happening in the first one. Alright, so we've swapped items. He needs to bring the stone down here. And you need to go up there and wind that for me. And yeah, that's the advice I would give. If you're watching this and then you want to play it yourself, try things with both. But make sure you do save it. Oh, just missed. Make sure you save it if you don't know what you're doing. Because sometimes, yeah, some things could go wrong. So we have the key, and that's good, because we're now done with the house. It's all finished, all done. And away we go. Now, one of the misleading things is coming up. So we're going to use the big key in the cellar. We're going to get what's in the cellar, and then we're done with this screen as well. And we can now move on to the main town. Yay! Wine, because it's a wine cellar, so we get some wine. Like we said, I mean, you know, the giant wants a breakfast or a brunch, should we say? Brunch makes more sense. So we're going to need to try and get hold of that sausage. So the first thing we need to do is put the old man to sleep. So we're going to grow the flowers. Hey, there they are. And now we're going to pick one. And now we're going to give it to the man. However, this is what I did earlier. Because if I try and take it from down here, he'll still wake up. I need to take it from up there, and for some reason he doesn't notice. However, this is where the danger starts. You see, the blue guy will 100% eat that sausage. If you try and use the sausage on anything with him, or he has it by accident and you don't realise, he will just eat the sausage and then the game is broken. Now I'm going to save it because I don't want to mess up. Now I have played this before on the channel actually. I did the first couple of levels I think. So there is already some saves here, but I'm just going to go over those, doesn't matter. And this is the last screen. And I'm going to try and do just a level at a time, because these levels are slightly bigger than the because there's several screens between them. So that will be the way that this will probably go. Now what we need is we need the vicious one and the assistant. So he's got the sausage. He grabs the chicken by the throat and you crack that one over the edge of the sausage. And we get ourselves an egg. So we're going to pick the egg up. Lovely. Now we need to get past the dog. And again, I need to have this one to do this, because the blue guy will eat the sausage. So, you come over here. Get ready. I'm getting him ready. You walk past him while the dog is knocked out by the sausage. And then you can go in the tree, and we have ourselves a new entry to get up to the top. So we don't have to worry about the dog anymore. Oh, I love the way their heads appear in other holes. Send him through. And now what we need to do is wake up the giant. So we need to set fire to the fire. The fire. There they are. Couldn't see them for a minute there. Lovely. And now we need something to wake him up. And it is the smell of a burning egg, by all accounts. You burn the egg directly onto fire and it wakes him up. And now he needs a brunch, so we're going to give him a sausage. And then we're going to give him the wine. And now he doesn't feel too good. It does not look good at all. But we get to carry on.
Outside the village stands a famous castle. They decide to take a tour.
It is funny because that's not what that says. It's the gist of what it says, but it's not actually what it says. And we are on level 2, and that is where I'm going to leave it for today. So yes, this is going to be my current series. We're going to be playing this every week, and it is literally going to be 1 level every week. Unless I do one overtly quickly, but I can't see that happening. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been Goblins 2. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you have yet to. I will see you again next time.